Roberta is only 30. She, too, was diagnosed with breast cancer 3 years ago at the age of 27. But what started out as a nightmare in the end gave her more than she ever dreamed. Take a look.
I was diagnosed with breast cancer 3.5 years ago. I was 27 years old. I was so shocked and sort of startled because I never thought it was anything. You go between falling apart and just trying to eat and sleep and hold yourself together for long enough till you figure out what you're going to do.
But even when she was at her worst, an angel was waiting in the wings.
It was a friend of a friend who introduced me to Lee. When we met that first night, I was sick. I surely felt like I didn't look good.
Lee saw something beyond that. He felt a connection. At that time, he had no idea she had cancer.
I absolutely knew that I was in love the night where I had to show him my chest and show him the scars. And what I felt was complete and total disfigurement. I really felt that showing him my chest was going to end everything. When he looked at me and he looked down at my chest and he looked at my face, he just stared into my eyes and said, "You don't actually think I care what you look like. I just care who you are." We got engaged about 10 months later. We got married about a year after that. I didn't think there were people like Lee. He just looked beyond everything and loved me for everything that I was inside and thought that I was the most beautiful person in the world. In a million years, if someone had told me that I was going to walk into breast cancer alone and walk out of breast cancer with the man of my dreams, I would have just laughed. I have an angel that I live with and that I love, and I'm going to be the best person I can while I'm alive.
And you say she's really the angel, Lee.
She really is the angel. There was just something that was missing from my life until I met her. I guess that's how you know the person for you, is when you see them. There's this connection. There's this soul-level connection that you feel you really have to be with this person. And the amazing thing is it keeps proving out through Roberta. All she cares about when she goes through this has been not only the effect of the disease on other people, but what she can do to remedy that. It's amazing to me. It is amazing to me every single time.
So Roberta since started the Young Survivors Coalition, which is an organization for women under 40 with breast cancer. Is that true? Yeah.
It's true.
Because this has got to be an amazing shock to you at this age. Because I know a lot of women don't even have mammograms until they're 40.
Right, I think.
And a lot of you still aren't having them, but anyway.
I think the hardest thing to me is that everyone talks about mammogram age, and there are so many women and women that you've heard from today that are so much younger, and no one's speaking for them. There's no one who's too young for breast cancer, and
I agree.
I don't know how to teach people about that.
And by the time you find it in a mammogram, it's been growing for years already.
Right. Yes. And once they find it, they don't know how to find other young women. And so we created this organization to do outreach and find those young women and help them talk to one another.